Philippines lambasts China after social media claims on oil-rich Palawan N18G. Is China attempting to rewrite history through social media? Recent claims originating from Chinese social media platforms regarding the Philippine island of Palawan have ignited a firestorm of controversy, prompting a strong rebuke from Manila and raising serious questions about Beijing's intentions in the South China Sea. A post circulating on the Chinese social media platform Weibo asserted that Palawan, an island rich in natural resources and strategically vital, historically belongs to China. This claim, though subsequently removed, has been interpreted as a deliberate attempt to undermine Philippine sovereignty and rewrite established historical narratives. The content of the post, while brief, was inflammatory, suggesting a historical connection between Palawan and China that is not supported by credible historical evidence or international law. The swift removal of the post does little to quell the concerns it has raised, particularly given the context of ongoing territorial disputes in the region. The timing of this incident is particularly sensitive, occurring amidst already heightened tensions in the South China Sea. The post's appearance and subsequent removal raise questions about the level of official endorsement, if any, behind such claims and the potential for social media to be used as a tool for geopolitical maneuvering. The Philippine government has responded with unequivocal condemnation, dismissing the claims as false and misleading. The Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, issued a strongly worded statement asserting the Philippines' indisputable sovereignty over Palawan. The DFA's statement emphasized that Palawan is an integral part of Philippine territory, a fact supported by a wealth of historical documentation and firmly grounded in international law. The Philippine government views these claims as a direct challenge to its territorial integrity and a violation of international norms. Manila has vowed to vigorously defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity against any attempts to undermine its rights. This commitment extends to both diplomatic channels and public pronouncements, signaling a firm stance against what it perceives as Chinese encroachment. The Philippines has lodged formal diplomatic protests with the Chinese government, demanding clarification and assurances that such claims will not be repeated. This diplomatic action underscores the seriousness with which Manila views the situation and its determination to protect its sovereign rights. In addition to diplomatic protests, the Philippine government has issued public condemnations of the social media claims, ensuring that the international community is aware of the situation and the Philippines' position. This public stance aims to garner support and raise awareness about the challenges to regional stability. This incident is not an isolated event, but rather a symptom of the broader, increasingly complex and volatile situation in the South China Sea. The region is a hotbed of overlapping territorial claims involving China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. China's expansive claims, often referred to as the Nine-Dash Line, encompass a vast swath of the South China Sea, leading to frequent confrontations with other claimant states. These claims are based on historical arguments that are widely disputed by other nations and international legal experts. The Philippines has been a particularly vocal critic of China's assertive actions in the South China Sea, particularly its activities in the Spratly Islands. These islands, composed of numerous small islands, reefs, and atolls, are claimed in whole or in part by several countries. Manila also asserts its own claims to certain features within the Spratly Islands, leading to ongoing disputes and tensions with China. The presence of Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels in the area has further exacerbated the situation, raising concerns about potential escalation. The social media incident and the broader context of the South China Sea dispute have significant implications for regional security and stability. China's growing assertiveness is fueling concerns among its neighbors and the international community. There is a growing fear that China's actions could destabilize the region, potentially leading to armed conflict. The increasing militarization of disputed islands and the frequent encounters between vessels from different countries raise the risk of miscalculation and unintended escalation. This incident also highlights the increasingly important role of social media in shaping public opinion and influencing international relations. The spread of misinformation and disinformation on social media platforms can exacerbate tensions and undermine trust between nations. The use of social media to promote nationalistic narratives and advance territorial claims is a worrying trend that requires careful monitoring and responsible engagement. The potential for social media to be weaponized in geopolitical disputes is a growing concern for policymakers and security analysts alike. The Philippines has consistently advocated for a rules-based approach to resolving the disputes in the South China Sea, emphasizing the importance of international law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. Manila believes that all parties should adhere to international law and respect the rights of other nations in the region. The Philippines has also called for peaceful dialogue and negotiations to resolve the disputes, rejecting the use of force or coercion. The incident involving the social media claims on Palawan serves as a stark reminder of the complexities and potential for conflict in the South China Sea. It underscores the urgent need for a concerted effort to maintain peace and stability in the region. A collaborative approach involving all claimant states and the international community is essential to address the underlying issues and prevent further escalation. This requires a commitment to diplomacy, respect for international law, and a willingness to compromise. The path to a peaceful resolution is not easy, but it is the only viable option for ensuring long-term stability and prosperity in the South China Sea. Failure to address these issues could have devastating consequences for the region and the world. The international community must stand united in upholding international law and promoting peaceful resolution of disputes. Silence and inaction will only embolden those who seek to undermine the rules-based order and destabilize the region. The future of the South China Sea depends on the choices we make today. We must choose dialogue over confrontation, cooperation over competition, and respect for international law over the pursuit of narrow national interests. The stakes are high, but the potential rewards of a peaceful and stable South China Sea are even greater. Let us work together to build a future where all nations can thrive in peace and prosperity. The incident serves as a reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need to counter disinformation campaigns that seek to undermine national sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Philippines remains steadfast in its commitment to defending its rights and promoting a peaceful and stable South China Sea. The international community must support the Philippines and other claimant states in their efforts to uphold international law and resist coercion. A united front is essential to deter aggression and maintain peace in the region. The challenges in the South China Sea are complex and multifaceted, but they are not insurmountable. With a commitment to dialogue, respect for international law, and a willingness to compromise, we can build a future where all nations can thrive in peace and prosperity. The situation in the South China Sea demands our attention. Learn more about the ongoing disputes and the importance of international law by researching credible news sources and academic publications. Share this video to raise awareness about the challenges to Philippine sovereignty and regional stability. Support organizations that promote peaceful resolution of conflicts and uphold international law. Contact your elected officials and urge them to take a strong stance in support of a rules-based order in the South China Sea. Together, we can make a difference and contribute to a more peaceful and just world.